Hey you guys, so it's time for another update already. Um, I'm totally just doing the selfie arm for this one, mostly because I don't know, I like to smile in the camera. But I finished spreading all the mulch, it's gone, and I've been cutting vines back like crazy because we've been getting rain. It's a really nice time of day. I don't know, see that sky. Um, It's probably about 8 o'clock, so an hour before dusk. So anyway, so getting lots of rain. We had like 2 inches, so it was super exciting to spread all the mulch. And yeah, so now I'm cutting vines off just because there's plenty of moisture in the ground. So why not let the plants grow if they can? Um, so see, I've been clearing the path a little bit. Um, it's kind of a cool light level. Everything's really pink. I don't know if it looks pink to you guys. But this is what basically happened. All of the trimmings got thrown on the ground, you know, like that live oak was a massive bush. Everything's on the ground and then covered with mulch. And it's like beautiful paths and a beautiful peach tree. And you can see the trees again. And they're not covered in vines. So like we came over here and you couldn't really see what was here. Actually, you kind of still can't. This guy was totally covered. Sorry, that's the pomegranate. And really thin interior because of all the vine that was on him. I'm not sure if I should go long or short, but I took vines off of that persimmon. You just kind of see things a little clearer, like that citrus straight ahead. The fig tree, he's free. Yoink. A nice forest path. Let's see, this guy was totally covered right here on the left, this persimmon. I mean, just look at how happy, look at this new growth. So, he's doing well. It's a hachia persimmon. What else was new? Mostly I can walk without getting my ankles torn up by brambles. I just saw a rabbit. So I just covered this. It was a shrub, it was vines. It's going to be a future planting spot for something small like a rose. And then this, remember I said like, hey, there's nothing here? Well, I just stomped it all down. I pulled out an old trellis. There used to be a citrus here, but it froze. So this is going to be not a fruit tree. I think I'm going to make a low arbor and a little seating space, just because there's that, you know, avocado right there that's going to be real big, and then the persimmon. It wasn't that far away. You can see it right there. They both could eventually touch. So I think it'll be better rather than have too many fruit trees to just. And there's the pineapple guava that'll get bigger, and the pine trees. So do some vines while I can and have a seating space. So yeah, spread mulch there, and let's see, I don't even have to go that way, but spread mulch here as well. So it's a nice walkable path. I didn't really put any mulch on any fruit trees. You know, there's just so much life and vegetation. I was trying to be subtle, but it's nice walkable paths all the way through, and it goes all the way everywhere. Kind of walkable. And here there was so much, so it's kind of stockpiled the extra. I cut back the blueberry. You know, this was the one that had major dieback, so it's like half of a blueberry now. What else? I pulled vines off of that pineapple guava right there. You know, that was mostly covered, so he's getting a chance to grow. I pulled vines off a lot of things. Actually, maybe it was more on the other side. But anyway, besides these paths, the other place that all that mulch went is straight ahead. So it's stockpiled, the mulch bank for whenever the projects require it. As far as cutting back vines, I did cut back on the grapes. So if you remember back here, this was totally a dark space. Well, now it's less dark. It's kind of light and open. And I actually left a little bit more here to kind of see if the birds have more pressure when they can see them from above. I actually thought about, oh man, I'm opening this up just as they're getting ripe. I had the first grape today, but it was nothing from the top. It was just all pepper vine. You couldn't see hardly a grape leaf. So I think it'll be worth it even if the birds get all the fruit again. It'll be a good thing. This is Black Beauty, so it's going to turn. It's kind of a cool color pattern. So they're getting close. This obviously also, because they were so smothered out, had like zero growth. I mean, not a lot of vegetative growth on these back ones. So gotta prioritize the plant over the fruit. But that was some work pulling vines there. Where else? Mostly it was around the paths and the edges, those kind of places. I did some work on the other side, but nothing night and day. We can go this way. I started cleaning up, organizing, put the ladders on a rack with my new tool racks. So it's gonna happen. This is the other place the mulch went. A good way to disappear 3 yards of mulch. I still haven't cleared that. I totally will, but there are a lot of bees working those sunflowers and wildflowers, so it's gonna stay a little longer. I actually don't think I did much back here other than mow. Thinking about all the work I've done pulling vines. No, I did some in the back corner. It's starting to get dark. Can y'all feel the see? Sorry, not feel. I use that word too much. This is a big change. I took out a kumquat. It was a miwa that had been it was one of the very first plants planted. Struggled in the full sun, hard, growing environment. Finally started taking off, and then froze really hard. It was coming back above the graft, so it was still a miwa, but I decided this spot is going to be something cooler, something better, and so right now it's just a giant mulch pile. Boom, boom, boom. This is new. This bench, look how beautiful. I did this yesterday. It was on the curb. I grabbed it probably back in February, March, and it just needed new wood. So all of the hardware was good. It took me probably 2 hours. Those are just the cheap 1x3s. It was like $2 for an 8-foot board. So all in all, this bench was under $10. Hey. I did a lot of work, just opening up, like that kumquat, and the white sapote was kind of covered. This blueberry was even covered, and this is impressive because this doesn't have the full-on water reservoir. It has a little reservoir at the bottom, but it's decent. And this is a rabbit eye. It's not a southern highbush like the others, so I think it's like Climax or Tiff Blue, but it's decent for the shade it's in. So yeah, that was the quick tour, mostly to show you I have paths again. I took the vines off of the trees. The bees are happy, and the sky is beautiful. Sunsets here are pretty nice. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the short video. Peace and love.